I can feel myself going to sleep already, just starting to talk about this.
Sleeping, bro.
So welcome back, everybody, to another MCU review with the second movie of Phase 2. I am joined by...
Jonah Morgan. Yes, I went first.
Logan Wilson.
Wow, was that intentional?
Yeah.
Okay.
And today we're going to be talking about Thor The Dark World. Let's get this over with. What do we like?
Loki.
Loki.
I love Tom Hiddleston. I like Tom Hiddleston.
I gave Iron Man 3 a chance. You give this a chance.
Yeah, I'll give this a
to
chance.
talk about this in a fair way.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely give this a chance because this movie is not as bad as people say.
Loki is the best part of the movie.
Loki is the best part of the movie.
The best scene in the movie is Loki changing into different people.
That's funny.
Oh no, that's a crazy scene.
That's so funny.
Where there's like, hey, here's Chris Evans for 2 seconds. How much do you think he got paid?
That's the best scene in the movie.
How much do you think he got paid?
Probably like for those 2 seconds,
Absurd
like $100,000.
And he was there for God bless America.
God.
I like Thor in this movie.
Darcy.
Darcy's so funny. I'll always advocate for Darcy. She's so funny.
You don't like Darcy, Christian.
She's
I think
so
Darcy's
funny.
Ian's the name of the
intern guy.
The intern's
I think Darcy's fine. I'm not super...
Dude, she's so funny.
Were those the car keys?
She's so funny. The way she like just hops in on their like date at the beginning.
That's so funny. I
funny.
totally forgot about that happening.
No, it's
she
funny.
She hops in, grabs
starts
utensils
eating
and
the
starts
bread.
eating.
Oh
I guarantee.
gosh,
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't scripted
That
for
was
her
just
to
improv?
do that. If that was improv, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's very much an actor's improv thing, right?
Sylvic has some funny moments.
Yeah.
He's
fun too.
No, the best. Oh yeah, I should change. I should probably get some pants on. I should get into my pants. Oh yeah, you didn't get to that scene when
I didn't
watching
get
it.
there.
Oh, you didn't get to literally the greatest moment in Marvel history when Thor
When he
hangs
hangs-
the hammer on the coat rack.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot it. That's the end. Is that the end credit scene?
No, that is
That's
an
right
improv
after
moment when he walks into their apartment.
That's right.
It was completely improv. He hangs the hammer on the coat rack, and they had to cut right after because everyone on set just started dying laughing. I firmly say that is my favorite moment in MCU history, and that'll never change because it's so. Let me tell you, whenever me and my dad watch this in theaters, we just burst out laughing. It's so funny.
That's good.
That's really good.
I honestly, in this film, except with the exception of a few, I don't have a major issue with like the individual performances of anybody.
Nope.
I think they're all pretty good.
Jane.
Heimdall is a freaking savage in this film.
Oh my gosh!
And he takes off his helmet.
Yeah,
he does. When he takes up an invisible ship
yeah.
on his own.
You're like, oh, Heimdall's kind of lame. And then
No, that was sick. That was
off
like the first thing Heimdall really did. I mean, Heimdall kind of did some stuff in the first.
In the first one, yeah, he breaks out of that ice.
No,
and then immediately
this just again solidifies Heimdall as a freaking savage.
This movie was. That's one of the reasons I like this movie more than the average person, because this movie made Heimdall one of my favorite characters ever.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because I love it. I've always loved Idris Elba because he's in my favorite movie ever, Pacific Rim.
Idris Elba is sick. I love all the individual performances. I think the character chemistry is pretty solid. Honestly,
I've got to disagree with you on one case.
Thor and Jane could be better.
I think that it was actually better than I remembered it being.
Yeah.
But it was not as good as it was in the first movie. But it still wasn't as bad as I remember.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
Like Natalie Portman having a chemistry issue with a fellow with somebody else in the second movie of a series.
The villain's bland. Malekith is so bland, so forgettable.
Malekith is the only big part of this movie that I have wrong. Big part. Really Curse is more of a villain than Malekith is.
I was about to say Curse is good,
but no, Curse is the secondary villain. Malekith's the main villain. It's like that. Curse is a better villain than Malekith is because he kills.
Because he gets more done.
Kills Loki and murders the mother.
Yeah,
that was really sad. Actually.
That was really sad.
Yeah,
because it gives us Tom Hiddleston acting, which is
I know. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, acting. That was one of his highlights.
Gives us Chris Hemsworth acting.
Yeah, enacting a moment highlight for.
This is one of my favorite suits that Thor has. It's like gold.
Something about it, like the improvements
it's
they
gold.
make.
It's chill.
It's good. It's really cool. It's obviously no like Ragnarok or Infinity War.
Oh no!
But it's good. It's better than Thor 1. Thor 1, it's there.
I think it's because like the hair is also better.
It's also the fact that his eyebrows aren't dyed.
Yes,
oh my gosh,
that
they do that?
awful.
They made his eyebrows.
All of the cosmetic decisions for like Chris Hemsworth in the first film,
now in this,
and even the Avengers a little bit.
Because now his hair is long.
His hair is long.
Because in Thor it's like short. In Avengers it's like right here. It's more natural. But this is it's obviously still away, but it's like the right color.
Yeah.
And his eyebrows are dyed, which is so stupid. I think Thor looks good. I like that Sif and that group. What's Zachary Levi's character's name?
Warriors 3.
Yeah.
Fandral, Hogan, Boltstag.
They're bigger characters than they were in the first one because they like help with that plan, and they all tell Loki that they'll kill him if they betray. Dude, Thor needs to do a Sif. Can we?
Can we talk about
like Sif?
Huh?
She's stale.
She's stale.
I think she's a stale character.
Yeah, she wore.
Yeah, literally just which makes sense, I guess, but she's boring.
She's boring. Yeah,
so
if explored more, I bet she would. I mean, she hasn't.
Her best moment was when they like just made a joke about her wanting to die. In Ragnarok, not in Ragnarok.
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
I like the first fight scene when they're in.
I was just about to bring that up. I love Thor's entrance.
Vanaheim, that's where they are.
Yeah, where Sif is like.
It's an Infinity War.
Yeah. Oh my.
Because he throws hammer, and then when it calls back, the Bifrost goes away. It's Infinity War.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's and then he does the jump up thing, slam down. Infinity War.
I will say I do like the banter between Sif and Thor when.
Is that why everything's on fire?
Is that why everything's on fire?
That dude, I love that scene.
Yeah, that was funny.
It is, and then you see a whole lot more of the realms. You see Svartalheim and Vanaheim, but they're both very bland.
Also, this movie, speaking of bland, this movie just is so dark.
Dark, and
it is
what's
so
the
dark.
word? Monochromatic.
Monochromatic. There's
a lot of grays and
scale.
blacks. Yes, grayscale.
That's something that at least made the first Thor movie at least good, was that it was colorful.
It was very bright.
The last fight scene is in Greenwich, which is just stone everywhere, and it's just
and it's cloudy.
It's hard to look at this movie. I think part of the reason that I'm like every time I watch this I nearly fall asleep is the fact that it's so hard to look at. It's like staring at a wall.
And that's one of the reasons why I think that the best scenes in the movie and the scene I think is actually really good is just the scenes in Asgard.
Asgard, because that's the one place where there's color.
It's the only place where there's color. And that scene is good, where like there's the invasion. I think that's good.
Yeah,
I think that scene is good.
A fine scene. Yeah,
dude, that scene is Curse. That's where Curse is the villain. It was better if Curse
because he accomplishes more than Malekith does.
Malekith's a pushover if you really think about it. Dude, Malekith really gets his butt whooped. Even when he has the ether, all it takes in the last scene, Thor just throws his hammer once and he goes like 30 feet. And he has an Infinity Stone inside of him, and he
that's
goes
the main thing. That's the only reason this movie has any relevance. Is that it introduces the Reality Stone.
Right.
That's it.
And also, how is Jane able to have it inside of her body?
Plot convenience.
Plot convenience. She. Never mind.
That's all I got.
Yeah,
I mean, the post-credit scene does introduce the Collector for the first time.
That's the Collector. And
what was the scene again?
The post-credit scene.
It's Big Boy and Sif taking the Reality Stone to the Collector.
And he says 1 down, 5 to go.
And which sets up the Infinity War. And it also, I mean, if you know where the Collector is from the comics, you know he's in nowhere, which sets up Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Also, perfect casting for the Collector. That guy's awesome.
Yeah,
he's really good.
I don't have anything else.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Even though I do like this movie, I can't defend it enough because
and just not a whole lot of interesting stuff happens.
It's not good.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah. So overall,
I'll go last.
You go last. Okay.
I'll go first again, I guess. Again, this is not a great one.
It's there.
It's there.
It's the movie.
It very much exists. It has to exist because, yes, it introduces a major...
I have a question for you. I have a very serious question for you. What would you rather watch, this or Morbius?
my god.
What's better?
What did it give Morbius?
4. I think we all gave it a 4.
I think it was like a 4 or something.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense because I'd rather watch this.
Yeah.
Morbius was really bad.
Because this has Chris Hemsworth in it.
This has Chris Hemsworth, and
Loki.
This has fantastic individual performances. That movie really didn't.
That was very hit and miss.
Oh yeah, also, Anthony Hopkins as Odin is one of the best castings I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
acts
just
exactly
looks
like him.
God.
Yeah,
he looks like God.
He looks like an old wise guy. He looks like Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he does.
If he hadn't been Odin, he'd have been Zeus in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Gummit, he would have been.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give this anything really high because I was so freaking bored. Every time I watch this movie, I'm just bored.
Yeah.
The villain is just
atrocious.
Just bad. He's so bad.
He's a pushover.
This movie just is not really entertaining.
If you think about it, Thor's mom kicks his butt.
Yeah.
Thor's mom whoops him.
Yeah.
And is only beaten because
Curse is there.
Because Curse shows up. And she whoops him.
Honestly, the better villain of the two. But yeah, I'm gonna give this like a 5.7.
Not bad. I'll take it.
That's a lot higher than I was expecting you to say.
Is that a lot higher than you're gonna say?
Not too much higher. It'll be lower, but it won't be that much higher. But okay, so I'll go next. Yeah, this is.
What did you give it, Logan?
A 5.7.
Okay, so my number that's in my head, I feel better about.
I'm
a 10.
I don't like this movie. It's so bland. It's not
great.
It's not great. It's not colorful.
Yeah.
It doesn't have an interesting villain. The villain should have been cursed. The acting all around for the main characters like Thor, Loki, all of them, it's good. I like that it introduces an Infinity Stone, but aside from that, it's just not a good movie.
So boring.
And I'm probably gonna have to stick with a 5 out of 10 for this one.
Dang. 5 flat.
It was gonna be lower than that, but I was like, I think I gave but the thing is, I think I gave Incredible Hulk a 4.5, and this movie is
remember
not, and it's better than
Incredible Hulk.
No, and it's better than that. So I'm gonna stick with a 5 flat.
Because Incredible Hulk, I actually would fall asleep.
Yeah, I almost yeah.
Yes.
I'm sticking with a 5 out of 10. It's just. I'm with Logan. Every time I try watching this, like when I watched this afternoon, I was practically falling asleep. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's not interesting. Especially compared to the movies that it's right in between. Because, I mean, I think
that's a big part of it.
Because, like, before it, like, yeah, the movie before it wasn't that great, but it was at least still fun and entertaining.
The 2 movies after this are bangers.
But the one right after this is a legit definition of a banger. But, yeah, I'm sticking with a 5 flat. Let's see what Jonah gives it.
Okay, so this movie, I kind of feel the same way that like a lot of there's movies everyone has that movie that is a not great movie that they defend. This is I don't defend this hard. This isn't that movie for me, but I still defend this. And people that give it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10.
Right.
No. You said 5.7.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better. I was gonna give it a 6. That makes me because I like it a little bit more than you. I
can understand that.
A 6 is where I put it. I still enjoy it. I don't fall asleep during it like y'all do. This is just me. I just prefer this to in Hulk and Morbius.
Yeah.
But that's not very high bars, I guess. But no, I think the individual performances of Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, and then honestly Anthony Hopkins bring this movie up for me. But yeah, not good, especially since it's right before 2 of the best Marvel movies ever made. So.
But speaking of that, that's going to wrap up our review for Thor The Dark World. Stay tuned for next time where we review arguably the best movie in the MCU. Because we're doing Captain America The Winter Soldier next time.
Love this movie.
It's a fantastic movie. So be sure to stay tuned next time for The Winter Soldier. We're kind of now in that stretch of all really good movies. From this up until I'll say maybe Doctor Strange. Above average. Well, I don't know, depending on who you are.
I will kill you right
now. No, I see like this to Doctor Strange. Like I'm saying,
I thought
after Doctor Strange, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see y'all later with pets.